Ciao, ciao. Buonasera a tutti. Io sono Gregory Warner e sono americano, ma adesso sto studiando in Italia con intercultura. E praticamente AFS Los Angeles mi ha chiesto che posso parlare con voi della mia esperienza in Italia. So, for those of you who did not understand a word that I just said, basically I said that, hi, I'm Gregory Warner, and I'm actually American, but I'm studying in Italy this year with intercultural programs. And AFS Los Angeles actually asked me if I could talk with you guys about my experience in Italy. For those of you guys that were here last year at our spring fling, you might remember me. I talked about what I wanted to get out of my experience with AFS. And so now that I've been in Italy for about 6-7 months now, I can actually tell you what my experiences has been like. So as I approach the end of my stay with AFS in Italy, I kind of understand the phrase that life can be bittersweet sometimes. Because, of course, after 6-7 months, I want to return home. But, I mean, I've enjoyed my experience so much that it kind of saddens me to leave my life here. Because after such time that you spend in another country, you create another life. And it's like leaving my life here, my Italian life, and so I'm going to really miss that. But with my experience with AFS, I feel like I've been very, very fortunate. It all started off when we left LA. I remember it was September 7th, and we all gathered in New York with all the kids that had to go to Italy and Peru, and there was also another country. And then we left after a day. And then it's all started in Rome. The experience of a lifetime started in Rome. In Rome, we actually had another orientation with all the kids that had to, that were going to be staying in Italy this year. And it was so beautiful. All the different nationalities and the different teenagers that came from the United States, from China, from Hong Kong, from Peru, from Mexico, from Belize, from Canada, from France, from all these different countries, from about 30-something different countries coming together and learning about all the cultures that we have that are different, but also learning the cultures that we also have in common. And I think that is one of the greatest parts about AFS. So as I said, I've been very fortunate with AFS. A lot of times going through AFS, it doesn't quite work out as you think it does. There's certain problems, and one of the problems might be with your host family. Of course, all the host families that are with AFS aren't the way we'd want them to be. There's certain problems that people go through. And what I've experienced was there's been a couple of kids in Italy, also in towns close to mine, that have had to change families. And I've been so fortunate and so blessed with a family as great as mine. My family consists of my host mom and dad, and also I have one brother and one sister who are near my age. My sister turned 18 March 11th, and my brother just turned 16. And so it's just been a great experience overall. And of course, I've also met great friends. At the beginning with your AFS experience, especially if you have siblings, your friends are basically the friends of your siblings. But after you get to learn the language and things like that, you actually go out and make new friends, and sometimes friends that aren't even friends of your siblings. AFS reaches to gain in the lives of the students that they host is that we gain the acknowledgement that of all the different cultures of the world, that though we are different, we are all the same. And that is probably one of the best parts of AFS that I've probably experienced. I've made a tremendous decision deciding to come to Italy. And coming to Italy, I didn't think that I'd be on this island, Sardinia. To be honest with you, I've never even heard of the island Sardinia before I came to Italy and experienced AFS. And as I'm here, it's amazing because Sardinia, though it's an island in Italy, it's like its own world. We have our own language. There's different types of foods that are just Sardinian, just like they have the other areas of Italy that have their specialties. Sardinian specialties are very famous, not only, of course, in Sardinia, but in all of Italy and also all the world. So I've been very fortunate to have my experience in Sardinia. And though Sardinia is very small, my city, San Gavino, probably has about 2,000 inhabitants. And so that's usually the question, how I feel about going from Los Angeles, which has about 4 million inhabitants, to coming to San Gavino, which has about 2,000. For those of you that aren't too good in math, 4 million and 2,000 is a huge difference. So, but it's been great. It's been really, really great. And of course, with a smaller town, everything is easier and everybody knows each other. Just like I've walked into this one store and this lady told me my whole experience. Yeah, you're from Los Angeles. You're here with interculturals, and you go to this school up here up the street, and you're with this family, and I was just shocked. I'm like, hey, did you just jump into my head or something? But it's a great feeling. It's more of a family type thing in this small city. And of course, the first question that pops into people's head when I say I'm in Italy, they're like, Greg, how's the food? So, but the food is amazing. The food is amazing. And it's not that Italian food that we experience in Los Angeles, but you have to come to Italy to experience it. It is so good. Even though I've been eating everything, just like AFS tells you before you go, you eat everything. And they say that AFS stands for another fat student. But I'm glad to say that I'm an exception to the rule. I've actually lost some weight. I've lost about 10 kilograms, which would be about 20 something pounds. So I've been doing pretty good. But yeah, the food is amazing. As of school, of course, through AFS you are a student, so you go to school every day. The school's a little different. We actually go to school Monday through Saturday, but every day we get out earlier. My school hours in Los Angeles are from 7:30 in the morning to about 3:10 in the afternoon. My school hours here are Monday and Saturday. I enter at 8:15 and I get out at 12:15. And then Tuesday through Friday, I enter at 8:15 and get out at 1:15. So even though I do go to school Saturdays, it's pretty cool because I get more time during the day to study, or if I want to go out with friends and things like that. So that's another great part of the Italian experience, is to experience something that's different, just like the school program. I'd have to say that I would actually prefer American school because there's just more to do. In Italian school, there's not something as extracurricular activities. For extracurricular activities, you have to actually go out in your city. For example, I actually play volleyball here, which the basketball team from my city is not too hyped up about, because they're like, Greg, you're American, you need to play basketball, come on. But I actually decided to play volleyball, which at the end, I'm actually happy that I made that decision because I'm enjoying it a lot. And yesterday, we actually won the last game of our regular season. So we actually finished the regular season in first place, and now we're going on to the playoffs in first place. In Italy, there's basically Italians, and then you have every now and then you'll see an African, because especially in Sardinia, because we're so close to Africa. And that's one of the things that's very, 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 very different, which you all know. Because in America, we have people from all over the world that live in America as citizens. And going through AFS, I grow to actually like that type of thing, because it's great to see people from other cultures and living with you as a family, because we are all a family. We are all a human family and a family of God. So you kind of appreciate that with AFS, and you appreciate other cultures, and you appreciate the people that are actually living in your country. So I can say that AFS has opened my eyes to that. But overall, my experience has been going amazing. I would not change anything. I wouldn't change anything at all. My family, my friends, my school, nothing. Of course, me being American, I get some jokes, hey, because for instance, in Italy, they count like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sometimes I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so if I say 3, they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, 3. For all of the students that are there, that are planning or in the process of going to another country, I do encourage you. Maybe at this point in time you were questioning the opportunity or something like that. But do know that this is an opportunity of a lifetime. There are many people that would love to do this opportunity, and so I do encourage you to take this opportunity and don't take it as a joke. Make everything you can of this opportunity. For other students that are going to be leaving this fall or this summer, I wish you the best of luck in your experience, in your travels with your family. And I do appreciate every one of you that are here this evening that have come to support AFS, continually working with our students. Those of you who house students and our host families, for those of you, as I said, that donate money, maybe donate your time, donate your efforts to this greater cause of AFS and changing the life of our teenagers of these days, which as we see on TV and things like that we are actually losing a lot of our teenagers that we have. Let it be gangs, let it be drugs, let it be alcohol, let it be society. We are actually losing a lot of our teenagers to these type of things. To give another special thanks to Barbara Hainsey, who actually helped me out a lot before I left, and who still helps me now, who I keep in contact with over Facebook every now and then, and all those who volunteer with AFS, because as I said, it takes you guys who help us, the students, to get where we need to be. And for those of the students that are actually being housed in LA now, the host students, I wish you guys a great rest of your experience, the great 2-3 months that you have left. And as for you too, I hope you do return into your host countries and share the experience that you experienced in America. Okay, so I'm about through now. Grazie mille a tutti, ci vediamo l'anno prossimo. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll see you next year. Bye.